fam, welcome back. We are back with our last video for the month of November. Y'all, we legit have one more month left and we will be hitting 2023. This year flew by so fast. It is ridiculous. You hear me? Ridiculous. But I'm blessed to be here and I'm happy to continue my journey. This year so far, I have done a lot. Like, it is a lot. But let's get into it. Enough of that right there. Let's jump into it. So this video is going to be us making our newest men's bar for our men's collection. And this bar is called Vintage. It has an old school scent. I love to smell this scent on men. Why? I don't know. I guess because I grew up around it. But this scent is the famous scent Cool Water. And I scented this bar with that fragrance. I did put a little bit of additives in here. So I gave y'all some Dead Sea Clay, marshmallow root, as well as activated charcoal. I had this whole theme in mind and it pretty much came together. The piping was a flop, but that's something that we're going to work on the next time we make the bar. So far what you've seen me do is pretty much prepare and get everything together. So I'm doing my butters, doing my lye water solution. I also had to, weigh everything out. And if you were paying attention, you saw your girl struggle just a bit. Come to find out, nothing was measuring properly because I had it on that little gray thing that you see there, that little mat. So once I took it off the mat, it did start going back to the regular numbers of what it was supposed to go to. But for some reason, that first scale that I was using, this one right here, it did not measure properly while sitting on the mat. But once I took it off the mat, it did. But the one that you saw me using before I just switched out, that one actually did well on the mat. Like, it did the correct measurement. So I wasn't really understanding what was going on. But, it was a little bit of a struggle, but we got back into it. So now we're just measuring our oils that do not need to be heated. That's what's in this jar. And then once everything on the stove, which is our hard oils and our hard butters, once all of those melt down, then we're all going to combine it into this container. Now that everything is melted, we are coming back. We're gloving up, and I do change my gloves frequently. I do not play no games. We're gloving up. I went ahead and put my little apron on because I thought I was doing something today. Sure did. I'm pouring everything into this container. So right now that is the lye water solution going into our oils, and now we're putting in the hard oils and butters that we melted on the stove. We're going to come behind this and we're going to take our immersion blender and we are going to stick blend for a light trace, not even a light trace until we get to trace. And then once we get to a desired trace, then we're going to go ahead and split this batch into 3 because we're going to do 3 colors. That was the goal. And then we're going to add in our additives. Now we're adding in our additives. The first one is Dead Sea Clay, which you see me do here. And then the second one we added in is going to be the marshmallow root, is what we also put into the same jar with the Dead Sea clay. And then in the big container, we are going to add in some activated charcoal, is what we put into that big container. The middle one is going to be left white, so we didn't want to, mess up that color or whatever. So we left it white, and then we came back with the blue to mix in this bowl, and then we used the activated charcoal as a natural colorant to color this container black, what was in here. We did it in the pot mix, which you're going to see me, after I blend everything up, you're going to see me pour it all back into the one big pot, or the one big bucket. I don't know why I keep saying pot, y'all, but it's really a bucket. But once I pour everything back into the big bucket, then we are going to pour into our mold. Now we're coming back and we're going to pour everything into our silicone mold. One thing I can say, when I make this bar again, I want to see more white. It was not a lot of white in here. That black and that blue really took over, so you could not really see the white too much. But when you see me cut the bar, you will kind of see it a little bit. Supposed to have a piped top, and it was a struggle for the soap to set up for me in order for it to pipe and not be so runny, but I feel like it still came out okay. That's something that I'm gonna have to figure out in the long run, if I want to add more shea butter or not, to make it a little bit more harder in this recipe. But for the most part, I was able to get the top piped, and it came out pretty decent. That everything is cut, this is the final look of the bar, and I love it. Like I said before, I do want to add a little bit more white. I want that white to peek through just a little bit more, but come on, this bar came out good. Like, it it's looking really, really good. I have to work on the piping for the top, and again, add a little bit more white, so I want the white to kind of shine through a little bit more. But that blue legit took over. That blue and that activated charcoal, that black, it really took over, and it smells freaking amazing. Your man gonna love this, okay? Your man gonna love it. Y'all need to get it for him. Period. Pooh. Bye. Thank you for watching.